Hi guys, welcome to the little wood shop again. So for this week we've made a little shelf for a basin and from Kiat, and it came out quite nice. We also finished the bar stools for the fireman, my nephew Zitz. I'll put some pictures at the end of the video to show you what they came out like. I didn't make videos of that because my metal work is horrendous. I'm not good at metal work. So I'll just show you the end product. I'm quite happy with that as well. And then we also fixed some drawers for another friend that we just had to rebuild the drawers. They were fixed so many times that it was not, it was horrendous. They were falling apart. So I just built 2 new drawers for him. It was fast, it's quick. But anyway, remember to subscribe guys. Enjoy the video. Hi guys, so we quickly have to build for a friend, Rob. You know him or you heard of him before in this channel. That's the guy that borrowed me his domino when we assembled the big oak table a few weeks ago. So he contacted me earlier this week and asked me if I can quickly build something small for him. It's for a bathroom, and it's basically it's not a vanity, it's a little shelf that's going to hold a basin. It's a very small bathroom in a little flat that they're putting a little basin in that is really, it is narrow but it is long. So it's basically a hand wash basin, and he needs a shelf to put this on. So we're going to build quickly for him a 2-tier shelf. I'll show you now a diagram or a picture of what it's supposed to look like. And he gave me one piece of Kiat that's been glued up in strips that he thought I must use to bring down the cost as well. And so last night quickly I glued up another piece of Kiat, just little strips that I glued up that will make the 2 fronts of the shelf. It's a small shelf, it's 520 millimeters in width, but in depth it's only gonna be 100 mm on top, 220 mm on bottom, and then it's just 2 steps. Let me show you a picture of, or a diagram of that quickly. So guys, please excuse the software I'm using. So what this little shelf is going to be, it's going to be 520 millimeters in width. And then it's going to have one shelf that is 220 in that direction. Then it's going to have a little step, or a base, shall we say, which the basin is going to stand on, and then it's got another little step that's going to look something like that. There's going to be a hole, and that's going to be for the tap. This is going to be a hole, and that's going to be for the drain of the basin. So basically what this thing is going to look like is that, not as skew as that. So the height on this little shelf is my 60 millimeters. The height on that one is 100 millimeters. The width here 220 millimeters, and on that one is 100 millimeters again. So it's a very basic, simple. There's no drawers, no doors, nothing. It's just a place to put the basin down. So we're going to do stripped Kiat. In other words, all the strips is going to run in one direction. On all of this, it's going to run in one direction. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say or to explain here. It's simple, it's small. It's just the strips makes it a little bit difficult, and then the way we're going to mount it to the wall, I still have to decide how we're going to do that. So let's start building. So guys, that's all the parts cut. This is the top shelf. And then the bottom shelf that the basin is going to stand on. You'll see that they are thicker than the ones that I glued up last night, which is just the 2 fronts. I've drilled a 35 millimeter hole in the top one. That's where the tap is going to be. So this is basically going to look something like that. So the basin is going to stand here, the tap is going to be in here, and then this is just a little front that will go there. So I'm going to quickly take it through the grits and sand it so that I can start assembling, because I still have to cut the insert that goes on both sides and then also a back, and get this thing solid enough so that they can put it to the wall. And then we must start sealing and varnishing this. So let me get to the sanding, then we'll take it from there. So guys, that's now the idea of what this should look like. I'm quite happy with the end grains. I thought of in the beginning just putting a cover strip over it, but I like it quite a lot. So that's a 35mm hole for the tap, and that's the one for the basin. And then, as you can see, I drilled and countersunk from the top on both of them. I could have used the pocket hole jig and do it from the back, but because the direction is wrong, shall I say, the screws will come too close to the edges on the pocket hole. So I've decided to countersink, and then I just cut plugs, and I cut plugs out of an offcut from this, and I just made sure I cut the plugs from the same wood or the same board that this used to come from, so that I can match the grains as close as possible. So I'm going to put the plugs in quickly, get that sanded, and then we start working on the two ends. Guys, to cut a French cleat, I just set my table saw base at 45 degrees, and let's cut some French cleats. Guys, that's in the little basin stand or shelf, done, made from Kiat. And the only thing that made it a little bit difficult is that all the grains run this way, but I think it's gonna give it a bit of oomph, or a bit of je ne sais quoi, what they call the French people, something makes it nice. So it is now 60mm high there, 220 deep, 100mm here, and then 100mm again there for the tap. In the back, what I've done is, let me just turn it around, I've gave it a place and a place there for a screw into the wall, and then of course as well the French cleat that's gonna go in there. So you can hang it on the French cleat and then screw it bottom and top. I couldn't put screws on top because there's not much space, there's only that deep. So you won't be able to get a drill or a screwdriver or something in there to screw up here. And that's why I decided on the French cleat on top and then screws on bottom, that there you will be able to get his drill and a screwdriver in if necessary. So it's not totally done yet. I'm waiting for all the glues to dry and everything, then we'll give it a final sand and then varnish it. I'm thinking polyurethane, just for some protection. But for a project that I was given one day to do, I think that's not too bad. Personally, I would have liked to mitre all the corners so that the continuous grain everywhere would have shown, and that would have been very, very nice. But that's more than one day's work. So for a quick one-day job, I think this is fine. So guys, that's the little basin shelf now done from Kiat, 520mm, 100mm, 220mm and 100mm. 35mm hole for the tap, 50mm hole for the basin. I'll see if I can load a picture and show you what the little basin is looking like. It's a long, narrow little basin. It's gonna fit on here. And I think it came out nice for a one-day job. The finish I'm using on this is Danish oil, and I quite like the Danish oil because it's quite water resistant and it works well in a place like a kitchen or a bathroom. The way I do it is I wipe it on with a cloth, leave it for 5 or 6 minutes, and then wipe it dry. I've put 3 coats on so far. I will wait for it to dry now again, then put a 4th, maybe a 5th coat on, just for some extra insurance. But that's the job done. Tell me what you think of it. So guys, that's now 20 of these table legs done. And another project at the shop. Now if there's one member of the little wood shop that can make a mess, it's this little bugger. Look at the state of this workshop after I've rounded over all the corners just on these legs. Now I'll have to clean everything up again. Hi guys, so I've dusted and cleaned the workshop quickly. Now another quick job. I must help a friend to fix 2 drawers in his kitchen, and as you can see, they seriously need some fixing. Let's see if we can make these better. This specific one this side somehow got wider a little bit, so I suppose the press wood got wet and might have swollen. So this one is too big by about 3 millimeters, so it's very stiff. This one, just the front, is really not nice, and personally I don't like the pieces of press wood inside. So let's see if we can make this better. So guys, I think the guy that built these drawers got a new nail gun for Christmas, and he really enjoys it. To get this off of the face was quite a mission, because I didn't want to damage the face. That's all I'm gonna keep and I'm gonna use for the new drawers. And then the stuff I thought was wood filler is actually a type of silicone or something that is cream colored. I'm not sure what it is, but we got that off as well. Now to disassemble the other one. So guys, that's the 2 drawers now done. I just replaced all the sideboards, used the old bottoms because I didn't have any new ones, and then of course the faces I kept, as well as the old drawer runners. I just used some pre-glued edging just to tidy it up a little bit. So I think it looks much better than what the previous ones looked like. I'm in no way any cabinet builder. There's a few things here I don't like. I don't like working with press wood either, or MDF. Both of them really annoys me. I like my solid woods, but this helping out a friend. Just to show you what this looked like. This is just the extra screws that I took out of the 2 drawers. So I think there was quite a few attempts to repair these drawers, and that's excluding the 522 million nails that was in there. So at some stage, or at more than one stage, somebody tried to repair these drawers. So I think by rebuilding the frames, we gave it a new lease on life. So guys, as a summary on the table legs we've made last week, they are now done. The total wood we used was 144 meters of SA pine, 70 mm wide by 35 mm thick. They are 750 millimeters wide and 740 millimeters high, all of them. It was quite a daunting task. When the wood was lying here and I started cutting up, I thought I'll never finish this. But yes, it took me 2 weeks to do, in between other projects. It was a daunting task, but we got it done.